Okay, so here is a bunch of crap. I don't know why I just put a bunch of markers everywhere, because that's what cool art people do. Here is my sketchbook. It's literally just like an old, I don't even know what brand it is, but it's like one of those old like loose paper packs. And it comes with a bunch of paper inside. And instead of doing an actual sketchbook like I should be, I decided to just draw on this paper. So here is the cover. I painted it white because I hate the stock covers that come with them, and I drew a person on it because I hate when things are perfect. Next. So this is just some sketches that I've done. This is just old character ideas that I had. These are really, really old OCs. And then these are characters from Pride and Prejudice. This is something I drew in art class. It's on my Instagram. It's just really pretty. I wanted to draw her bangs like that. She's actually, if you look, she's a variation of this one. I don't know, I can never draw them the same twice. This one's on my Instagram as well. It's just something I did with pencil. I got really into shading this year. This is the end of last year technically, but I got really into shading this year with like pencils and stuff. I like the dynamic, depth, I don't know, whatever. Pretend I know what I'm talking about. And also, here's something I don't usually draw. It's not a person. I can draw everything, but not people. So there's a plant. This is like a portfolio thing, but I keep a bunch of loose papers in here. Here's some little notes and stuff that I gave to myself, like my character's ear piercings, just a sketch I did. This is a note I wrote to, when I was in France. I put this by my thing when I was drawing in a cafe, so that if people wanted to talk to me, they have to, hey, I'm an American, I speak French, but not very well. Here is a post-it, not really post-it, an index card with a dude on it. I don't remember what this character's supposed to be, but not very kind. And then these are some character sketches. This is my friend's character, actually, but most of this is character stuff for Eidolon, which is a comic that I'm pretending that I'm writing. So here's some goals about stuff that I want to have, about character sheets for these characters. Here's some body types. I don't know. Most of this stuff is gonna get thrown in the trash. Not literally, but just the fact that I'm not gonna stick to it. Here's some character stuff I was playing with, what if Prima had short, shoulder length hair. And then this is an Otto design that I drew and I just fell in love with. So this is Otto's final design right now. This is actually how I draw him most of the time. Here's some more characters. This is another version of Otto, but right here he looks like a huge butthole, so I just scrapped that design and went with the previous one. There's a Prima. She just has really pretty eyes. And then that's the end for this plastic portfolio. This is what I do when I am drawing during when I'm watching YouTube and stuff. I'll just put on the YouTube and then just sketch crap. But here's a girl that I never finished, and these are some ugly faces that I covered up. Because I never use purple anymore. Purple's just a color I don't use, so I decided I'm gonna try purple. Here's some more Eidolon stuff, because I'm just a hoe for my own stuff, my own characters. Very cute. This one's on my Instagram as well. Here is some character sketches for Solomon and Beckett. I planned on doing a comic for them, but I haven't gotten around to it. I still might, because I really, really love these characters. This is drawn on the back of a... These are barcode lines or something like that. They're from... So I probably drew this during school. But yeah, here they are. I love them very much. They're perfect, perfect boys. Let me turn that around so you can see that one straight up. Yeah, that's really... He is not happy right there. There's actually a paper taped to the back of this because I had it hanging on my wall because I love it so much. Here's me. Yeah. Eat more eggs. I just love writing. handwriting. I can't stop it. In fact, you're gonna see some more writing. These are some sketches. Like I said, I draw when I watch YouTube, so this is a YouTuber that I really, really like. This is not a good version of that picture. But he's great. He's a good boy. Here's another OC, just character sketching. Just my, most of my stories take place in high school, and I realized that I have, like, no teacher characters, so this is Mr. Man, which is probably gonna get a name change, because that's a little unfortunate. Speaking of writing, I just love my own handwriting. It's like when people say she just loves the sound of her own voice, I love the sound of my own writing. I do it all the time, but this is some Miraculous Ladybug crap, and then I like to pretend I'm my characters and then give them their own individual signatures, but they all just look like the way I would write their names. But here's some more Prima Donna, and then I was giving them middle names, so Prima Donna Elizabeth Israel and Otto William Kohler. Here's little boy. So cute! This was during an Eddie Burback video, so if you look closely, a lot of the stuff is just things that he says in one of his videos, and then here's a Beanie Baby thing. I don't remember why I did Beanie Babies. So yeah, Miraculous Ladybug, because garbage. This is a friend, at least I'd like to call him a friend. I just drew his face a bunch of times. But he's a real person, so I'm not going to show you his actual face. Then, when I was in Texas, I just drew. That's my thing, that I draw. But I would carry around a stack of these papers that I literally ripped out of, like, this exact sketchbook. I just ripped a bunch out and then carried it around in my purse, like a little book, but I didn't do anything with this one. But here's some characters. This was a character I was playing with. He has, literally, his only design is, like, I wanted a cool 90s blonde boy with tinted shades, so he became my cool cowboy character. And then she was just cute. I was just sketching. And then we were at like a Mexican restaurant, and they had this really funny little statue of like a little mariachi man, and I loved his little like sombrero and mustache look, so I drew it like literally like all over the place. And that's sweet baby Pearl. She's a puppy. And then I love armadillos. More sketches. I just love that teal and pink color combo. One Punch! Okay. Then some more sketching. For my school that I recently graduated from, they still have a theater program, and I was just doing some sketches for like a t-shirt for their play, and then just some faces. I think, when was I had this, we were at like a Texas Roadhouse or something, and that's my order, because I don't trust myself to remember what I want to eat when the waitress comes up. This is when I was in France. This was when I did that. Where's the thing? This is the reason I had this. I wrote this because I was just drawing it, and I didn't want people coming up to me and being like, do you want a cafe, or do you want stuff? And I'd be like, I'm just not in the mindset to speak French right now. And then I made a typo in French, so if you actually speak French, there it is, there's my typo. And, I don't know, just cute stuff, beach stuff. Ooh la la. And then I love Hitalia very, very much. I used to really, really love Hitalia, like to the point where I wrote terrible, terrible fanfiction about it. And so these are just some of the characters that I remembered. I did most of these without references, because it just comes straight off the top of my head, and most of them are garbage. And all of these are cuss words, and I get mad at myself when I draw. But yeah, and also Austria. He is terrible, but he's a perfect boy. And literally nobody could make a character more attractive than Denmark from Hitalia, I swear to God. I think I've been in love with him for 18 years, and I've only known him as a character for like a bunch. So, there it is! Ta-da! That's pretty much all I've got. Let me just use this pile of markers that I poured all over my desk for no reason other than a cool intro, and write thanks for watching. Oh, smiley face.